If you see our logo at the Growth Institute, it says Growth Institute, and below has two phrases: scale impact and reduce drama. That's it. That's what we do. We know that you as leaders of companies will always want to be able to scale your impact, what you do in a bigger way, make more money, serve more clients, hire more team members, help more people in your community, your industry, whatever, and reduce drama. You always said, hey, I would love to be able to have more control of my business, be able to have more control of my finance, be able to take vacations and don't be bothered. And here people said, hey, what is drama for you? Everything that happens that is not planned. If you have something that is not planned in your day, that creates drama, right? If it's planned, it's under control, you have no drama. So my question is, how much drama do you have in your life? How much it's out of control? It's out of the plan. I tell people, if it's in my calendar, it's going to happen. I have a lot of control of my calendar. Before, I didn't have control of my calendar, and I was missing meetings or coming late or all that. That was a big problem. So I have systems and processes to be able to have more control of my day. And if I have more control of my day, I feel better, I'm less tired, and I'm able to execute and provide more value. So we know that you guys today, tomorrow, in the US, in Canada, in Europe, in China, in Mexico, wherever you're in the world, you will always want to scale your impact, do what you do in a bigger way, and reduce the drama. That's the jobs to be done at Growth Institute. That's what keeps you here. That's why you're taking courses with us. So Daniel, yes, I want to scale my company, but I want to reduce the drama. I want to enjoy the ride of leading a company more as a leadership team. And that's why we do what we do. So that's the jobs to be done. And by the way, how long it took us to get to that phrase? Like 5 years. We didn't get it in the first 2 or 3 years. It was all about scaling. And we said, oh, you want to scale fast, come to Growth Institute. A lot of people said, Daniel, I don't want to grow fast. I want to go efficient. I want to grow with control. I want to grow with the right tools. I want to grow with the right team. Yeah, I would love to grow fast, but I really prefer the other things more important than growing fast. Once we get it, okay, great. And by the way, it's not about growing sales, it's about growing impact. A lot of people said, Daniel, I don't want more sales. I want to be able to have more power in my industry, help my clients better, be able to have a much better team members, grow my team members. That's my impact. Great. That's the impact we're going to help you provide. So first, understanding who are you going to serve, and then what's the solution that you're really offering in the market? What's the jobs to be done? Understand what's the person, what's their pain, and then how are you going to solve it? What are the constraints that are not allowing you to get there? You say, okay, I want to go there. My big hack is help 10 million leaders like you be able to do two things: scale your impact and reduce your drama. That's it. If I help 10 million of you have more impact and reduce drama, enough is going to hit me back. We're going to be very happy. The company is going to grow. So every time they call us and said, can you help my team do bigger things and reduce drama? We're there. We have to be there. Why? Because that's who we are. That's our why. But between now and there, we have constraints. We have things that are blocking the capacity that we have to serve you. And usually you have to understand what are your constraints and be able to start opening the constraints. So what are the constraints between us and you? And the way we do it is, what are the top 20 complaints of the industry? I want to understand, what are your clients complaining, not about you. They're complaining about everyone else. Well, planes are always late. I could never guarantee that I'm going to go on time. Everyone complains that planes are always late. People complain that you lose your connection. Hey, people complain that the consultants are never on time. Or people complain that a consultant told you it was going to take them 5 hours and it took them 10 hours. What are the complaints of the industry? And then once you have the 20 complaints that they complain about everyone in the industry, then you go and say, okay, which one can I solve? What's the constraint that I am going to solve? So as an example, Southwest Airlines, very famous airline. They've grown really, really fast. What's one of the biggest constraints they solve? Living on time. Usually, they're the most on-time planes in the US. Why? They have a lot of ways to do that. One of them is same airplane. It's always the same plane. Why? Because you could have any pilot flying any plane. Today, if you're going to fly United and it's a pilot that is trained on a 737 and the plane that it's out there is a 747, they cannot fly it. In Southwest, every plane is exactly the same. So every pilot, every technician knows how to solve it. If they have to change planes, they don't have to change seats. It's just a different plane and they put the same amount of people. So they have a lot of processes and systems to make sure they could be more efficient to get on time. The other one, as an example, they don't give you seat assignments. And people say like, well, that's a really bad customer experience. People want to go in fast and fight to get to their seat. And what the Southwest Standard says, that's what I want. Because if your objective is to leave on time, I want people to be, whenever we open the door, to be trying to fight and get in fast, because that's going to help the plane go on time. They understand that the constraint in the industry and the people that fly a lot, what they want is fly on time. And it's okay, if you want to fly on time, then I need to get you to fight with the other people to try to get into the plane. And that's going to help me that you're going to be on time. If not, you said, well, the plane departs at 12, I already have a seat. So you go and have dinner and have some drinks, and then sometimes you come late and the plane is late. So for them not to do that. And then you have to choose which ones you're not going to be good at. Southwest Airlines said, hey, one of the bad things about flying Southwest, you're going to have to fight for your seat. And once you have that clear, then it's very easy to decide how you're going to do your business. So once you understand who are you going to serve, and you understand what's the job that they want to be on time, then you could identify the constraints in the industry and be able to solve them, to be able to serve them right. Great book about this, Uncommon Service by Frances Fry. Great book. She's an amazing faculty from Harvard. What she teaches in her book is called Uncommon Service. You have to first sometimes understand what you're going to be bad at, to then understand what you're going to be good at. And this is a great mindset and tools to really understand from the top 20 complaints, which ones are you going to solve and which ones you're not going to be good at, and you're going to accept that you're not going to be good at them. Great, great book for this. What is your competitive advantage? You said, I'm going to serve this client. This is where I want to go on my bottlenecks. Now I know what I'm going to be good at and what I'm not going to be good at. And based on that, I'm going to be really, really good doing something. So what's your competitive advantage? And why having a competitive advantage is important. People said, hey, Daniel, I want to go to a star, my North Star. And I was, great. What's your rocket and your rocket fuel? Well, I'm going to run really fast. You can never get to a star just running. You need to have a rocket fuel. So if you want to dominate an industry, you have to have something that is unique in the industry for you to be able to get there. If you do everything like your competitors, how are you going to expect different results? So usually when you understand what are the complaints of the industry you're going to fix, you're going to solve, then you're going to say, okay, I'm going to solve that, and this is how I'm going to solve it, right? And that's going to be your competitive advantage in the industry.